Welcome, mamas, to this full moon cacao ceremony or ritual. You don't need to be in any religious or any belief system to do ceremonies, to do rituals, because a ritual is basically something that you create with an intention to, with a goal in mind. Sometimes it's not really goal-oriented, it's just to reconnect to yourself, to reconnect to the divine, and just have some sacred space in your day. But you can also have a goal, and today we're gonna direct that ritual towards celebrating the full moon. And we have the same ritual for the new moon, different ritual, but with cacao still on this channel. So if you want to look at it, please click here on this video. And what I was saying is, as a mom, I had to adapt to my rituals. Before I became a mom, I used to spend an hour with cacao and singing and being very focused and very internalized. And then I realized that first, I didn't have an hour anymore to dedicate to this because I'm a stay-at-home mom most of the time. Second, my child is always somewhere around me if she is not with somebody else. So I had to adapt the fact that now I have candles because someone is taking care of my daughter, but if I don't have that person, then I cannot have candles during my ritual, or my candles have to be somewhere higher because my child is still a baby. So please remember that this ritual looks this way for me today, but it's going to look very different tomorrow. And my point here is that you make your own so that it fits your life. Don't make your life fit your rituals. Make your rituals be included into your life as it is. So, without further ado, what will we need for this ritual? First, of course, you need your cacao, so make sure that it's ready. If you don't know where to find it, how to prepare it, please click on this video. I made a video specialized to how to prepare for that type of ritual, for that type of ceremony, whether it's you by yourself or you with a group online, for example. You will need some sort of fire element. If you have something, it can be a candle, it can be something light, it can be the sun if you're outside or if you can see it somewhere. I would invite you also to have the water element, so I have it in this little bottle here. I have it with this shell here, but you can have it with just a cup of water. Music in the background would be related to the element of water as well. You will then need a journal to write down things about this ritual, and I will give you some prompts under this video in the description box. You can click and get my guide for the full moon ritual, so you'll have plenty of ideas to create your own ritual and make it really your own while making it fit your life again. So you'll need that, and a pen, of course. I like to have a deck, like an oracle deck. That is not an obligation, of course. None of this is an obligation. If you don't want any of that and you just want your cacao and that's it, that's perfect. But I like to pull a card usually during the full moon and the new moon, so please have your deck ready by you. I have one on femininity because of the moon and its connection to the feminine energy, but you can have whatever deck feels appealing to you that day, that month. You can choose the same deck for the moons every month or change it depending on how you feel, the seasons, the time of the year, etc. If you need, you can have something comfortable to sit on. I have no issue sitting on the floor, but if you want a prompt like a pillow or a yoga block, please take it with you. You will be more comfortable during the ritual. I would recommend also to have a cup of water for yourself if you want to hydrate, especially if you're breastfeeding, as cacao can be a little drying for the mouth and the throat. So if you feel the need to drink, please have some water close to you. And that's it. That's all you need for today's ritual. Let's go ahead and celebrate the full moon. So I'll invite you to start with taking your cacao in your hands and keep it in your hands to infuse it with the energy of the full moon. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it, about what it invites us to do, to feel, to be during that time of the month, because it comes back every single month. And the full moon energy is an energy of celebrating. It's related to the summertime in the seasons. If you think about the relationship between the cycle of the moon and the cycle of the sun, The full moon would be the time of celebration of summer, of being outside, of showing yourself, of play. It's also a great time to practice gratitude, and you'll have some of my favorite practice to try in the booklet that I created for you in the description of this video. So it's a time to celebrate, it's a time to thank, it's a time to be grateful for, it's a time to express things, so create. We're going to talk about this energy more. The full moon is about, well, we planted a seed during the new moon, and now we're going to see what it created. So you can also choose to get what you wrote down, your intentions during the new moon, and if you didn't do it, you can just see what happened in your life during the last new moon, so about 2 weeks back from now. And you can see what happened, what you were thinking about, what you were feeling, and now we're gonna see how we can express and create from those intentions, from those feelings, from those thoughts. Because the full moon is the very emotional time, so it's a time when our emotions are very prevalent. You can feel sometimes overwhelmed by them, and what I would recommend is instead of letting them overwhelm you, you can choose to create with them, because emotions are energies that want to be expressed anyway. So instead of expressing them in a harmful way or to let them take over yourself, you can channel them into some creation that can be dance, that can be graphic, like painting, like sculpting, like online designs, like collage. It can be music as well, it can be cooking. Any way that you like to create can be a really good avenue for those emotions and feelings that you have inside. The elements that we're going to focus on during the full moon are actually 3 elements. And it's because the full moon in Ayurveda is when we have the ovulation in the woman's body, because you can relate the moon cycle with the woman's cycle. And the ovulation is a time where all 3 doshas, all 3 energies, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, are necessary. And all those energies have a dominant element, we'll say. So during the full moon, we work with the fire element. We work with the water element and also with the air element. The fire is here to shine, to radiate. It's here to transform. That's when the ovulation happens, and it needs some fire to literally happen. You will have the water element, which is very related to the moon because it moves water, literally. The science agrees with that now. And then we will have the air element, which talks about expressing things, about communication. So you can, as I said earlier, have those 3 elements around you, or just inside of yourself, remember those 3 elements. The direction to focus on, to work with the moon in general, is the north. So you can direct yourself towards the north if you want to focus on the moon energy. And what's great to do also is to put your altar on the north side, which I did here. I put my altar on the north wall of the room. So I would invite you to grab your cacao, and we're going to connect to the energy of this plant. You can close your eyes if it feels suited for you. If you feel more safe with the eyes open, you can keep them open and just gaze at your cacao. And cacao today is going to help us connect to our heart and to let it express itself through our throat. So we're going to connect this very emotional and giving center, and let it express whatever it has to express today. So connecting to your throat, and we're going to use singing for this, because Cacao loves music, loves that we sing for her. Cacao is this very mothering energy, very grandmothering energy almost. And I'll invite you to connect to her however is true to you today. It can be through seeing a grandmother, seeing a tree, seeing a spirit, whatever feels appealing to you or whatever your heart is showing you, because it's going to come from inside. So I'll start singing. You can join me whenever you feel like it, or you can just listen to it. Mama Cacao, Gracias por tu medicina, mamá Cacao. 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 Gracias por tu medicina. Take a deep breath. Think about your intentions in the new moon that you set, and if you didn't, you can choose one. Remember what you went through 2 weeks ago. And as seeds, you can imagine that they're somewhere in your heart, and that the cacao and the water that you hold right now is going to water that seed. Water it to the point that it's going to give something, maybe a flower, maybe a fruit, maybe none of those, maybe an idea, maybe a feeling. I'll invite you to bring cacao to your mouth and smell it. And then taking a first sip that you keep in your mouth, just taste everything that it contains. And maybe you can connect to the land where your cacao comes from. Mine comes from Mexico. But maybe yours comes from Africa, South America, Mesoamerica. And take some time to thank that land that also has been bathed by the moon, that is being bathed by the moon right now, even if it's very far from where you live. The moon bathes us all, and it connects us all on this planet. We can see it from everywhere. And you can keep drinking, sipping your cacao as you go at your own rhythm. Maybe some of your kids joined you, they want to try it, and that's totally okay. Maybe you can hear them in the background playing, maybe crying, but this is your moment. And if you at any time feel like you need to attend them, please do so. It won't make your ritual less powerful, because you create that time and space already. And if you need to go on with your day right now, please do so. You can sip your cacao as you do your own things, so attending to your children, cooking, or whatever is needed right now from you. Please remember that cacao is still this space for yourself, and you can, when you're done, have your own closing ritual. So we opened with a singing and with fire. You can close your ritual with blowing your candle, and then you can imagine that all that you cultivated during that ritual is sent to the sky through the smoke of the fire. You can say a little prayer. You can just bow your head to your heart to symbolize that you close that space and time. Feel free to create your own ritual. These are just a few ideas, and I will give you more in the booklet in the description of this video. For those of you who can stay with me, we're going to do a very simple mantra. A mantra is a tool to calm, to attend the mind, manas, mantra. And this tool is very powerful because you use your voice, and the voice is really the expressing of your creative energy. So women usually create from their womb, and this energy is put out to the world through the throat. You can actually see the relationship between those two centers by the shape of your vocal cords and the shape of your pelvic floor and your pelvic muscles. It's very fascinating. So anytime you want to reconnect to that zone of your body, you can also use your throat, your voice. I will invite you to do this, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a very simple mantra that is Sham. And Sham is very related to the moon, and it's very calming. So if you need something more stimulating, you can choose another mantra if you know other mantras. But this one is very centering. It's very close to the word Shanti in Sanskrit that signifies peace. So I love this mantra because it has the sound Ah, and Ah helps us open everything and express everything. And I don't know if you realize this, but usually kids start with that vowel. They don't start with E or U or O, they start with Ah or A. And that was fascinating for me to see that with my daughter. And that's because they're very connected to themselves. Everything is open. They're very connected to their heart. And I love using that vowel, ah, to help us go down into our heart. So we're going to do that mantra. If it's too high pitch or low pitch, adapt it to your own voice. Same, you can also just listen if you don't feel comfortable chanting with me. And I'll invite you to close your eyes. Take a few breaths. Let the mantra resonate inside of you. Observe maybe how it impacts your body, how you feel, how you think. And if exhaling in a sigh feels very appealing to you, please do so. It helps relaxing your whole nervous system. It helps creating oxytocin, which is a very important hormone for women, for our happiness, for our well-being, especially for mamas. It helps us connect to our kids, to our partner, to our friends in a very nurturing way. It helps us feel like we belong. Now you can sip your cacao and relax. I'm going to offer you some sound with the singing bowl. Please receive that sound as a healing one, as a transformative one, whatever you need right now. Sound has this power to go through any tissue, any material, and your body is made of water, so it's going to resonate in your body. Thank you for joining me for this full moon ritual with the sacred cacao. Please stay with cacao a little longer if you still want to take your time. You can use the journal prompts I put under this video in the description box to journal a little bit about what you want to create with those intentions that you planted 2 weeks ago. And feel free to pull a card if that calls you, if you feel called to it. Use that card in different ways. It can be how to express yourself better, how to create from your heart, or a guidance for the next 2 weeks until the next new moon. You can join me in 2 weeks during my new moon ritual, which you will find on my channel following that link just here. It was a pleasure to have you today. Thank you so much for taking that time for yourself. I'm very grateful for you for being here on this channel, for taking the time to nurture in your own heart, your own practice, spiritual practice. I know how hard it is as a mom to take that time to dedicate your very precious time and energy to your connection to yourself and to the divine, whatever it looks like for you. I am very honored to be with you on that journey, and please stay tuned for more videos about motherhood, about Ayurveda, about spirituality, and how to connect all of those into our crazy life that we have as mamas. Please take great care, and I'll see you again very soon.